Hi and welcome to MYO's video channel. Today I'm going to guide you through this hat with granny squares. I've used 3 colors for this project, but you can use as many as you like. And the yarn is EKO Nano and the crochet hook is 6 millimeters. Okay, let's crochet together.
So let's start with the bucket hat with the granny squares. We will start with the inner ring. To start with the top of the hat. After that we will crochet the granny squares. And after crocheting the 5 granny squares, we will attach the squares to the top of the hat. And last we will crochet the brim. So let's start with the inner ring and the top of the hat. Hold the yarn in your left hand and loop the yarn around your fingers 3 times, like this. Use your hook and go under the first 2. Grab the third and pull through. Yarn over again and pull through. So this loop is holding the inner ring together. Okay, let's start with round number 1. Put your hook through the ring that you're holding, inside the ring. Grab the working yarn and pull through, so you have 2 loops on your crochet hook. Grab the yarn again and pull through both of them. You have crocheted your first stitch. So this is 1. So make the same again, so that you have 6 stitches inside the ring. Like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you have 6, pull the hole. Like this. Round number 1 is done with 6 stitches on this round. And now it's time for the top of the hat to grow in size, and therefore we need to add some extra stitches on following rounds. And round number 2 we will crochet 2 stitches each stitch. So in this one we will go down in the same hole and crochet 2 stitches. So go down in the first stitch, pick up the yarn, pull through, pick up the yarn again and pull through. That's 1. So go down in the same hole again, pick up the yarn, pull through, pick up the yarn, pull through. So you crocheted 2 stitches in the same hole. So continue like this all the way around. In round number 2, you should have 12 stitches around. So just double check so that you have 12. And we're ready for round number 3. And in round number 3, you will crochet double in every second stitch. So I mean 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double, 1, 2, double. And you continue until you're back at start. So in between the doubles, you just make a single. So go down in the first one, crochet 1, and in the second, 2 in the same hole. So single, and then 2 in the same hole. And continue until you're back at start. On round number 3, you should have 18 stitches. So just double check before we start on round number 4. And in round number 4, we will crochet doubles in every third stitch. So 1, 2, 3, double, 1, 2, 3, double, and continue until you're back at start. So 1, 2, and double. Single, single, double. Round number 4 is done, and 24 stitches should be around. So just double check before we move on to round number 5. Round number 5 is doubles in every fourth stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, double. 1, 2, 3, 4, double. So 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth, so double. Continue until you're back at the start. Round number 5 and 30 stitches around this round, so double check again, so you have 30. And we move on to round number 6, which is 2 stitches in every fifth stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, double, and continue until you're back at start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the fifth, double. Round number 6 and 36 stitches around. So after you double check, we move on to round number 7. Round number 7, crochet 2 stitches every 6th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double in that one, and continue until you're back at start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th stitch crochet a double and continue until you're back. Round number 7 is done, and count so that you have 42 stitches on this round. Let's start with round number 8, and now we will crochet double in every 7th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double, and continue until you're back at start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and double in the 7th, and continue. Round number 8 is done with 48 stitches on this round. And we will continue with round number 9, which will be the last round on the top of this hat. And now crochet double in every 8th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a double. And continue until you're back at start. So I have crocheted until I'm back at start. So right now I have 54 stitches around here. But we are going to finish this top of the hat, and before we finish, crochet one more stitch in this last one. So just one more here. That means you have 55 around when you are done. The top of the hat should measure between 15 and 16 approximately. So if you have a measuring tape, you can use it to make sure it's approximately this size. And we will fasten off, and you cut the yarn, pull through, turn around, so this is the back side, and we will fasten this too. So we start with this, go under a couple of stitches on the back side, and then tie a knot just to be extra tight, and then hide the tail under some stitches. Something like this, and then just cut the tail. And do the same with this one. Go under a stitch and tie a knot. Pull and hide the tail under some stitches. So the top of the hat is done, and we will move on crocheting the granny squares. I choose to crochet my hat in 3 colors. So the top of the hat will have one color, and that's also the color of the brim, but I will crochet the granny squares in 2 other colors, which will be blue and white. And of course it's up to you. If you want to make your hat in only one color, just continue with the first color you had. Or if you want to crochet in 3 colors or 2 colors, it's up to you. But I will in this video show you with 3 colors. And how to start with the granny squares is you start with the color you want in the middle. So one square will look like this when it's done. So you start with the one color you want in the middle. So I will start with blue, because I will crochet one more like this. So I will start with blue. And start with an inner ring, exactly as you did with the top of your hat. So loop the yarn around your fingers, go under the 2, pull through, like this. So this is the starting point. And you will start with crocheting 3 single loops. So 1, 2, 3, like this. And granny squares are crocheted in so-called double crochet, and this first 3 loops, they count as 1 double crochet. Okay, and we will now crochet 2 double crochet. So first loop the yarn around your hook, so you have 2 loops. Go in the ring and pick up the yarn and pull through. You have 3 loops, pick up the yarn, pull through 2 of them, leaving 2 on your crochet hook, pick up the yarn and pull through 2 of them. And one more time. Like this. So this is 1 and 2 and the 3 single loops. Crochet 3 single loops again. 1, 2, 3. And remember, when crocheting this granny square, that you need to crochet quite tight. Otherwise it will be too big. So kind of be tight when you crochet this. Okay, so after the 3 single loops, you will crochet 3 double crochets. So around your hook in the ring, pick up the yarn. You have 3 loops, pick up the yarn, pull through 2, pull through 2. Again. So remember to crochet quite tight and hard. So that's 3 double crochet. So after that, crochet 3 single loops. 1, 2, 3. And again 3 double crochets like this. Like this. And again 3 single loops. And 3 double crochets again. Like this. Pull the ring a bit, just a bit. You see, it starts looking like a square. But you will finish with 3 single loops. 1, 2, and 3. And we will finish the first round of this granny square by going down in the 3rd loop that we crocheted in the beginning. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So go down under the 3rd, 2, like this. Go under, pick up the yarn and pull through all of them. So it's tight, so you might have to try sometimes, like this. Pull this tight again. So there shouldn't be any hole in the middle, so quite tight, like this. You see? This is the first round of this granny square. And before starting on round number 2, continue using your yarn that you have in the middle and go down in the hole here, pick up the yarn and pull through directly. Again here, go through, pick up the yarn and pull through directly. And one last time in the middle of this corner. Like this. Now it's time to change to the second color. I will change to white to crochet this second round of this granny square. So use your second color. So what you will do with this blue one, so cut the yarn, leave approximately 10 centimeters. So cut the yarn. And we will use this white one. Crochet 1 single loop. And then we will go down in the second corner and crochet 3 double crochets, 3 loops and 3 double crochets again. So start with 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets and 3 single loops. And 3 double crochets in the same corner. Like this, so second corner, and in between just 1 single loop. And again the same in the third corner, so 3 double crochet, 3 single loops and 3 double crochet in the same corner. So the third corner is done. And before going to the last corner, 1 single loop in between. And then the same. 3 double crochets, 3 loops and 3 double crochets in the fourth corner. Like this. Finish this round on the granny square to go down the top of the 3 loops we did in the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Go down under here. It's quite tight. I'll go under these 2. Like this. Pick up the yarn and pull through all loops. Like this. We are done with the granny square. So before cutting the yarn, just make sure that your granny square is around 8.5 centimeters. So remember to pull in the middle tight here, shouldn't be any hole, and crochet very tight around it. And it should measure around 8.5 centimeters. If it does, cut the yarn here and pull through. So, and we're soon done with this granny square. And before we're done, we have 4 yarn tail to fasten off. So all of them should be fastened off, and I will show you one of them, but you will do the same with all 4. So the back side, it will look like this, and the front will look like this. You see the stitches here more pointing towards you and turning around. It's like this. So this will be your backside. And all tails will be fastened on the backside. So go under some hooks, pick up this yarn tail, and then tie a knot. And hide it under some yarn tails. Like this. And cut it off. And you will do the same with these three as well. So remember to fasten them on the back side. Okay, nothing here in the front, but on the back. So all yarn tail are fastened off, you see, nothing. All are hidden on the back side. So crochet 5. As you can see, I have crocheted them all in the same color, so blue in the middle and white on the side. But they will also look nice if you have white on the side and blue on round number 2 together with the blue inside, so it can alternate which colors inside. So it's up to you. You can also crochet this in one color, in the same color as the top of your hat. It's all up to you which color you like and how you want your hat to look. So now it's time to crochet and fasten all these squares on each other, something like this. But for that, you will use the color that you used for the top of your hat. So this one will be used to crochet in the middle here, between them, before attaching them together. Okay. So you start with one square. And with this color, we will make a loop. So one way you can do that is to wrap it around your 2 fingers, like this. Pick up the yarn here in the middle and pull through, like this. And tighten, so that you can fit with your crochet hook inside, like this. With this square, keep the back side towards you. So this back side where you fasten all the yarn tails, keep that side towards you when crocheting. Go down in the corner, pick up the yarn and pull through. Like this. So this is the first and it won't count as a stitch, just is the starting point. And now we're going to crochet 9 stitches on this side and then 1 loop and turn and crochet back before attaching this square number 1 to square number 2. So 9 stitches on this side. So first count so that you know which 9 you will use. So I will use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So start. 1, I start in the corner instead of in the small tight stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the hole, like this. 1 single loop, turn your work around, and now you have the front towards you. And after this single loop, you will crochet 9 stitches back. Skip this first one and go down in the second. Skip that one and go down in the second. So go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like this. And then 1 single loop at the beginning. And turn. Now it's time to grab your second granny square. And we're gonna attach the first one with the second one. So what you do is you put the front sides of both of these ones, the nice sides, together like this. Like this. So the nice sides are insides together. And now we're gonna attach these two by crocheting under both of them, like this. So it's 9 stitches until you're in this corner. So skip the first brown one, with color number 1, and in the second you go down, and you go down in the corner of the second square. Okay, and 9 stitches. So this is the back side, and this is how the back sides look with this edge on the back side. This is how the front side looks. Okay, square number 1, square number 2. For now, we need to cut the yarn and fasten off this yarn tails. You can attach all of the squares first and then deal with all these yarn tails after you're finished with that. but you cut the yarn and you pull through. So now it's time to make the same again. So we are going to crochet 9 stitches, 1 loop, 9 stitches back, and then attach it to the third square. First, start with a loop, like this. Start in the corner of the second granny square, like this. This is start and does not count as a stitch. So crochet 9, and as before, just make sure you know where the 9 stitches are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One single loop, turn your work around and start in the second and crochet 9. And 1 single loop. So it's time for the third square, and the same here. Nice side, front side towards each other. So and we will attach these two. So when we're done, all back sides are on the same side. If it doesn't look like this, make sure that when you started here, you should always have the back side towards you in the beginning. And if you have that, it should look like this. So put the nice sides, this side together like this. Start in the second brown, go down in the corner of the third square, and 9 until you're back at the other, until you're here. So 3 of them attached together, cut the yarn, pull through. Front side, back side. Okay, so what you will do now is you continue with the same again. So 9 stitches here, 1 loop and 9 back, and attach the 4th, and then you crochet here, 9 back and 4, and you attach the 5th. So it's the same as we did here. You make the same here and here, and then I will show you how to attach square 1 and 5. So all of them are attached to each other except for number 1 and number 5. So you will do exactly the same with 1 and 5 as you did with all the others. So start with a loop, backside towards you, crochet 9, and a single loop, turn, you work around, 9, loop, and attach it to square number 1. Remember the knife sides inside. Knife sides together inside, so back sides out. And crochet 9, attaching these two together. Like this. So cut this last one. So you see a lot of yarn tails that needs to be fastened. I will show you one, but you will do the same with all of them. So just go with this yarn tail under one stitch. Like this, and tie a knot. And hide it under some stitches. I usually use this edge. To hide it under the stitches on the edge. And cut the yarn. And continue with all the others. So I fastened all the yarn tails. This is the inside out, so turn it. This is the front side. Now it's time to attach these two together. Again, start with a loop, like this. Go down in between square and start just by pulling through. This will not count as a stitch, but it's a start. So what we will do now is crochet 55 stitches on top and all around. So it's important that it will be 55 around. So it's 11 on each square, including this brown part. So 11 and 11 until you're back, and it should be 55. So the most important is that it's 55 around. So what you will do is go down, pick up the yarn and pull through, and continue all around. $55 around the top, the nice side out. It's time to attach the top of the hat. The nice side of the top pointing out, and we will attach the top and the side together. So nice side out, nice side out. Okay. So make just a single loop first. So this time we will go under the back loop here on the side of the granny square, the back loop, and the front loop here. Pick up the yarn, pull through directly. So it's those two stitches that are closest to each other. So not the front, not this one, and not that one. So the back loop only here, and the front there. Grab, pull through. And continue exactly like this until you're back at the start. So I've crocheted 55 stitches around, and it starts to look like a hat. So cut the yarn, pull through, hide this one and this one inside and fasten off. So you can tie them together if they're close to each other. And then just tie them under some stitches. Exactly like you did before. So, all yarn ends are fastened off. And we will start crocheting the brim on this side. So, start with a loop again. Start in the middle of the squares, go down, and pull through. This will not count as a stitch. And exactly as you did up here, we will crochet 55 stitches around the bottom of this. Keep the hat, the top of the hat, towards you. So I've crocheted 55 around the first round of the brim. So the second round of the brim is just one stitch in each stitch, so 55 again around the bottom here. So I've crocheted 55 again around the brim. And the next round is crochet double in every 5th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double. And continue until you're back at the start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 double in the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4 double in the 5th. And continue. "66 stitches around you should have, so you can double check if you have that. The next round is 66 stitches in total, so 1 in each stitch. Just 1 in each. So 1 in each stitch and 66 stitches on this round. The next round is crochet 2 stitches every 6th stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crochet a double. And a double. And continue. "77 stitches around this round, and the next round is just 1 stitch in each stitch, so 77 stitches. Stitches around this round. So you can try the hat on, and if you like the size of your brim, well, you can fasten off, but otherwise you crochet 1 or 2 rounds more. And the next round is 2 stitches in every 7th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a double, and you continue like that all the way around. 88 stitches around this round. And I will show you the last round, which is 1 stitch in each stitch. So 88 stitches. So when this round is finished, 88 stitches around this round, 1 in each, and yeah, well, the hat is done. So what you do now is fasten off. So cut the yarn, pull through, and fasten off these 2 yarn tails on the inside. So pick it up, going to the inside, go under some loops, and make a knot. And hide the yarn tail under some more loops. Cut the yarn tail. Do exactly the same with this one. So, your hat is done. We hope you like it.
Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you like your new bucket hats. If you have Instagram and would like to post some pictures, it would be so happy if you tag makeyourown.se so that we can see all your bucket hats this summer. Thank you!